So I still
Clap, clap,
haven't.
clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap,
That's
clap, clap, clap.
click, 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 click. We're going about this all wrong. If we want to like accrue financial resources through this, we should do like ASMR or something. Isn't that the big thing right now?
You're absolutely right.
Like, for example, you just did your laugh. Can you do your laugh, but like a little softer, a little quieter, a little further away?
I'm afraid that if I actually do it, this bit will, like, amount to something.
Oh wait, I should. Okay. Ha ha. Shh, shh, shh. I haven't actually
Welcome
seen
back
whatever
to
that.
Binary Bits.
It's
Kira
Stranger
and I
Things
are going.
music now.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Binary Bits was the working title, but
It was a pretty good title.
Alec, you forgot this is darn. Our ASMR, it's over. We missed our chance. You know, I never told you like the reason that I brought up my English teacher. I never got to the actual story I wanted to tell.
That's true.
If I think you've heard it before, but I'm banking
I'm
on
not
you
sure.
not remembering it because I think it's been a few years. So this guy, Mr. Chafee, it's all about 90s punk music, which I have grudging respect for. Or should I say grunging respect? Whoa! Yeah.
Yow.
So anyways, so one day he was like, oh, okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about the song Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden and its music video. And 3 people went, hell yeah, brother! Can you guess who those 3 people were? Probably not, since you live 5 to 6 hours away from this high school and have never met some of these people, but I have told you about them.
Um, was one of them you?
Yes, and that's all that you need to know. One of them was me. One of them was my friend Quentin, who I know I've mentioned to you. And I I know what character I want him to play in this. I'm worried I'm actually going to tell him about this. But screw it. I'm not going to tell him about this. Quentin's role is just that he's the hot one. That's all you need to know about Quentin. He's just so hot. Um, and Alec, I'm sure you would agree, knowing your tastes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of those Smash Mouth hits.
What?
It's a
What?
hot one, like 7 inches of the midday sun.
Alec, that's Smooth by Rob Thomas and Santana. That is not Smash Mouth.
I
That's like the biggest
I
song of
confused them with Walking on the
1999.
Sun.
That's like the best major hit of 1999.
You're right. I don't know how I mixed those up.
Okay, so yeah, uh, yeah, so because I'll bring up Coin again. Just his recurring thing is just that he is going to be that he's hot. He has a nice nose,
I'll live with it.
and then what'd you say?
I just said I'll live with it.
I honestly I thought you said olive, and I thought, oh shit, Coin has an olive complexion. How did he know? Anyway, and then there's my friend, or well, I'd say friend. I haven't talked to him in years. He could be departed. I don't fucking know. One-time friend Jake Rossi. Anyway, and I've really derailed this. I apologize to these people that don't matter for the purposes of our discussion. So the English teacher's
Well,
like,
when we need to build a scaffolding of these people so that
here's the
the
problem.
listeners can like slowly piece together your child.
Here's the problem with building a scaffolding. There's no scaffolding for us.
You're right.
Like
I don't know if that's a problem though.
I don't know. Like
From
from the information that has been given, you can extrapolate that we both have some connection to the town of Geneseo, and probably that we were both students, and that I have dropped out, and that I, for those familiar with Geneseo, lived in Genesee Hall, or had some connection to Genesee Hall. Keener-eared people may have determined that there is a car that seems to have been personified. She's dying, Alec. She's dying.
I know.
I'm actually very upset.
I am too.
I don't think she's gonna make it through the winter.
Kara,
I give it like
I have so many
low.
videos of us in Jody.
I don't know what to say now that I'm thinking about it. Because I'm not kidding. I do not think she's making it through the winter.
That's fair.
Rip. I need to make a playlist for her. Call it like One Last Time for the Old Girl or something. She's so beat up that like I can't even send her on to a new owner, I don't think. I don't think I'd get like any money for her. Not really. I think that she's gonna end up being scuttled for parts. It's like a sky burial.
Not even that.
No, it's remember like last year, like she was leaking gas on a you weren't with me, on a bright, clear, sunny day in spring. I drove down to Mount Morris. I remember the windows were down. I was looking out across the great fields around 390 at the, how I used to say to you, the sky opens up out there. It's so big and blue and wide with fluffy clouds. And I was thinking, man, I hate college, but at least I've got the old girl with me. And then I pulled into the gas station and filled up with gas, and some hillbilly said to me, yo, you're leaving a trail of gas. And I was like, oh, well. So this is where my story ends. Blown up, essentially. Because that's what's going to happen. The point
just like our popularity.
One can only hope.
Hope not.
Why did I bring this up? Because I put on like a new muffler too when I got the gas line fixed or whatever the problem was. So, like, maybe the muffler is only a year old. Maybe it's salvageable. Or no. Oh wait, yeah, it's over a year old. Never mind. Time has no meaning anymore. Is what I'm learning. Remember when I was going to tell you about my English teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about Soundgarden's song Black Hole Sun and its music video. Which, it's a great song. It's a really good song. But basically in the music video, a bunch of people in a suburb are doing weird things and their faces keep stretching and distorting, but it's 90s computer generated technology, so like it looks weird. I would advise you to watch the music video for Black Hole Sun. It's an odd music video, and it's legitimately a very good song. It's one of the great grunge songs. But so Mr. Chafee, the English teacher, was like, Yeah, so when you look at the music video for Black Hole Sun, you see that it's actually a really poignant story about like the madness of suburban life. Like, you see all these people in suburbia doing mundane things and their faces stretching horribly, their eyes popping out of their faces, and then they all get consumed by the black hole sun. The neighborhood is ripped into the black hole's gravity well. And it really does a good job of expressing, the nightmare that is modern American suburbia, how meaningless it is, and how fake it is, and how that fakeness is, not immune to being swept away into utter oblivion. And so that's what he said about Black Hole Sun. And he meant it. He meant every word. And I was like, I don't know, I'm going to have to hit you with a doubt on that, my mans. And so later, I looked up what is the meaning of Black Hole Sun. And I saw that an interview had been done with Chris Cornell, the singer for Soundgarden who tragically committed suicide a few years ago. And Chris Cornell said, yeah, so when we wrote Black Hole Sun, we wrote a nonsense song, essentially. Like, the lyrics don't mean anything, like, the music video is just weird, like, we just made this really weird song that didn't make any sense. It was just a joke, really. It was just a joke song, and then it turned into one of the biggest songs of that year, and we were stunned. And I thought, ha 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 ha, yes, you fool, Mr. Chafee. You were talking out of,
His
you were
ass.
talking jive. You didn't know what you were talking about. You were making things up. And you were exposed by the song artist for the con man that you are, just like the king and the duke.